You can be a Gorn for the Klingons if you want, which I thought was hilarious, but I really, really wish you could be a Gorn for the Federation as well, because can you imagine? Can you imagine being a Gorn captain in the Federation? It would be like, Captain, there's Klingons off the starboard bow. Aye, aye, Captain. Pew, pew, pew. That would be so amazing. I'm so sad that they haven't given you the option. Star Trek. Like any good nerd, I am a big fan of Star Trek. Mostly Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, bit of Voyager, bit of original series. Enterprise, not as much. The movies are very hit and miss, but hey, you can't have a franchise going for like 60 years and have everything be a perfect example of blinding quality. And speak of things that are 60 years old, Star Trek Online came out approximately 12 billion years ago, and I only started playing it in the last few months, and it's quite a bit of fun coming from the perspective of someone who loves Star Trek and has very little experience of MMOs and free-to-play games in general. I thought I'd show off my ship and my captain and my intrepid crew of that one, that lady, and the other one. I'm very fond of my crew, as you can tell. Yeah, because it's a good game, and I want to show you. Well, I think definitely the best thing about Star Trek Online is just it really feels like they were really trying to go for the aesthetic. It feels like a project made with love, which is impressive for something that's obviously a multi-million-dollar corporate entity. This is my ship. It's quite nifty, I like to think. I can even turn off the all the bells and whistles on the screen to show you my ship a bit better. Yeah, this is like cinematic view. Look how I think the game is pretty considering it came out like 50 jillion years ago. There's like you can see all these ships around. It's really interesting being at one of the star bases because you just get all sorts of weird ass ships turning up. Oh god, I need to turn around to get the sunlight. Hang on. Oh, I want to get some light on the front of my ship, damn it. Where's the sun? There's the sun. That should do. Yes! The USS Raven with a unique ID number as well, which is pretty neat. This is the shadow of some giant ship above me. Yeah, it's pretty neato. Oh god, there's so many stats and things. This is actually my third ship. I don't know if you can see the other ones here, but I'm a tactical officer, is my captain. Incidentally, I was very proud of the name Jazzway. A lot of games I don't bother to make up a fancy character name, but for Star Trek I thought it deserved something special. And I was very happy to come up with Captain Jazzway. She's a Trill, and she's got purple hair like Leela, so that's everything I need her to be. She does the job. She's got like a laser bazooka. That's exciting. Here's my ship. It's got cannons and a Klingon torpedo launcher, and all these things are items you can select and trade out and swap and all this. I don't know what half of it does. I just go with the bigger numbers. There is a lot of inventory management. Here's my crew. Here's all their stats and jibbity libbits. You can assign people to all the stations. There was something I found earlier I'd never actually seen before. If you go and oh god, where was it? Hang on. Ah, here it is. Duty officers. These are all your random crew members here who don't. You can send them all off on missions. So it's like, oh, you'll do this for an hour. Yeah, that'll do. Go do that. Oh, casualty risk high. I only just saw that after I'd clicked it. Oh, I'm sure they'll be fine. They're red shirts. They don't matter. You can assign department heads. Here's all this thing. Oh, I completed a quest. There you go. I got some shit for doing a quest. And because it's a free-to-play game, there's about 50 gajillion different currencies and shit. I was trying to remember What was a music player? I was trying to remember how to visit the bridge. There we go. We can go and walk around on my bridge. Very exciting. If it ever loads. It's taking a while. Yeah. I do find it's quite obvious it's a free-to-play game these days because of all the currencies and stuff, and it's constantly like, you know, it's possible once you're a higher level it becomes hard to not pay some sort of money, but currently I've felt no temptation to pay any money, and after 25 hours, and it's fun to. All the inventory stuff is very overwhelming, but it is just fun to be like, yeah, this is my proton torpedo launcher, and it like disables your shields and shit. I underestimated how long it would take to load the bridge, but that's fine, I can talk while I'm waiting. Here we go. They've got all the sound effects, naturally. Yes, son, this is my bridge. You can actually change the layout of the bridge and everything. There's a nice green filter on everything. All the sound effects. I love those YouTube videos which are just like 10 hours of Star Trek bridge background sounds. It's like, wee. This lady is floating above her seat because she's psychic, I guess. This is actually all my crew. I know who all these people are. It's very exciting. I don't know who this one is. I think she's new. This lady's standing on the console. Tivrel, you cheeky son of a gun. Oh, I actually gave her a promotion. I think it's actually on her... No, I completely imagined it. Not there at all. Okay, I promoted her, but she doesn't seem to have the right thing on her collar. But that's fine. What's out there? Oh, a 2D image of some space is what we're flying towards. I imagine as a captain I just play pranks. I've just put a big wallpaper of some space on the screen, and I'm going to see if anyone on the crew notices. We don't seem to have encountered many other starships recently, Captain, and I'm just like, nothing out of the ordinary, keep flying blindly and towards that center star. That's funny, it's very funny. I have actually got a mission I wanted to show y'all, because by far the best part of the game, gameplay wise at least, is the space combat. Just trying to figure out how to get out of here now. Oh shit, not that one. How? Hail Starfleet. Oh wait, leave the bridge. Bridge invitations. Leave the bridge. I love how when I've been playing this with a friend mostly, and I love how when another player not warps, you know, when they transport away, when they get beamed up, you can actually see them do a little blip animation where they touch the comm badge and go some sort of anomaly over there. That's very exciting. Yes, this is a space station, but there's like you have to go to the system. You have to go to the kind of wider the galaxy map. That's what it is, in order to actually get anywhere else. Another huge loading screen, no doubt. Here we are, we're out at the Sol system. Very exciting. Why I say very exciting is like the least exciting part of the system. Is there another ringed planet in the solar system I wasn't aware of? That's exciting. In the future, there will be an extra ringed planet no one had previously encountered. I wonder if Pluto's here, actually. Probably not. Yeah, so... this is the freaking scale. This is just the... this is not the this is the galaxy map. I think this is we're in the beta sector. There's also the alpha sector and Solarian sector and gamma and all these sectors. Here's Earth. Here's Deep Space Nine and Bajor and Cardassia. That's pretty cool. It was cool, by the way. If you can actually go to Deep Space Nine just by yourself, or without needing a mission. And I walked on there, and they've got a Cardassian. It's all modelled like Deep Space Nine, like a Cardassian station inside, and there's a wormhole and everything. It's pretty neat. It's pretty neat to just go, oh, I wonder what is over here, and then you actually find out they've actually modelled it properly. I am going to, because it actually takes a while to get over the mission. I should probably hang on. Where the hell is it? get lost very easily. So here's where I am. That's where I have to go. Okay. Boo! So you bip that into your ship, and it heads off in that direction. Very exciting. It definitely has that MMO thing where there's a lot of stuff on screen. I'm quite intrigued how the console port of this works, because there is just so much shit to click on. They must have had to simplify some stuff. Annoyingly, the game is not really gamepad compatible on PC. Without, you'd have to wire it up somehow, which is disappointing because most of the gameplay could work perfectly fine with the controller. It's just menus and shit, really. Yeah, our mission is... Oh shit, here it is in fact. Yeah, it's fairly standard as distress call, they're being shot at. There's a lot of voice acting, which I was impressed by. I assumed as an MMO there would be. I think this is just revealing how little I actually know about MMOs, is that there actually is voice acting and shit. So I have to go rescue this freighter that's being shot at by pirates or something. Pretty standard stuff. Oh, we're already here. That didn't take as long as I thought. Buy a Zura, buy a Zura, buy a Zura. We're finally here. I do love my ship. It's cool. I gave it a custom purple paint job because of course you can. Yeah, and we're about to see the space combat. Salgo. I don't know what I was trying to say there. Pew.
To any ships in range, this is Dana Brott of the transport SS Azura.
Her name sounds like some sort of exotic dish. Oh, have a plate full of Dana Brott.
Please help. We're being pursued by Orion raiders. Crew injured.
The green people, in case you're wondering.
Dropping out of warp near your coordinates. Need immediate evacuation and assistance. Please help us.
Oh. Pew! Oh, no, I was trying to predict them beaming in. There they are. I like how the ship buckled weirdly as it got shot. That didn't look right. Oh. Pew! Oh, it happened again. When the ship gets hit by a torpedo, it bucks very unnaturally. Yeah, so the gameplay is... it's fairly straightforward, but there is some strategy involved. Whenever it lets me play. Here we go. Right, oh, yes! They do have all these little pop-ins where it's like... full power to shields, helm, take us in range. Make it so. Tea Earl Grey hot. Yeah, so these are all your abilities. Oh god, there's some things on here I don't even recognise. What is that? Ooh, exciting. You can be like power to shields, power to engines, power to weapons. But what you generally do is each weapon will have a certain arc that it can target in, and you have to try and line them up so that you can shoot the other guys. You have to take down people's shields generally, and then unload with the torpedoes is how you do most of your damage. And there we go, that's one down. And these are just Orion raiders, and I'm horrifically over-leveled, really. So. Pew, pew. These are my super fancy Klingon torpedoes. I'm very proud of. I'm about to use. The sound effects are perfect. Hang on, it's not doing it. Hang on. Okay, the sound effects are actually different because I have a different kind of torpedo, but that's fine. If you use photon torpedoes, they do just make the classic ba-doo sound, and it's perfect. Yeah, I don't know what that is. What is that? Interesting. I think the issue here is I've given myself a bunch of abilities I haven't actually tested out yet. So I was kitting out my ship with new shit. Oh, you actually have to get away from exploding ships, so we do take damage. Oh, didn't do a very good job of that. Oh dear. Yeah, I think graphically and the sound effects for what they had, it was pretty good. Oh, you can scan anomalies, and you do this little mini game. We have to try and match up the. There you go. Get some shit. Use that to research things and do missions. And ooh, a plasma cannon. Full stop, Commander. I've been watching a lot of Next Gen lately. Let's see what the plasma cannon does. It is vastly inferior to what I currently have, so don't worry about it. Yes, no, yes. Yeah, there's loads of weapons which, most weapons have a limited, like, radius of damage that you can use them in, but then they might, like this is a fairly narrow targeting arc, but it's got high damage as a result. And on the back of my ship I've got a cannon, I've got a turret that does 360 arc, but it's relatively low damage. But I just like to have one weapon like that so I can always know that I can always hit someone whatever angle I'm pointing at. Oh jeez! Oh! Kind of took that straight in the face. What does the tractor beam do? Oh, that's cool. That's pretty neat actually. That slows them down and disables their cloak. So I might unload with that. You can also go straight to... You can go straight to you can say full speed ahead and you do full engine power, but that diverges all power from everything else, so it takes a few seconds to charge back up, so you're not really supposed to just full speed straight into battle, because you will actually lose a bunch of your power to other systems for a few seconds. Not really going to make much difference in this fight because I'm hilariously overpowered, but that's actually a valid tactic as well, is if you have all your lasers on the front you can shoot down their shields and then polish them off with a torpedo if you put it on the back of your ship. That's pretty neat. Got some items, not sure what they do. Yeah. Here's the full throttle. I love when these guys are like, help, we're dying, and I'm just flying around. Like, wee, look at my ship, wee, oh shit, ooh. I'm totally meant to do that. Oh wow, okay, I actually got an achievement for that. That's cool. Congratulations, you wasted everyone's time flying through a hole. I should point out, you can play as the Federation, you can play as the Klingon Empire, you can also play as the Romulans, and I think they have their own little story. I've been meaning to set up a Klingon character to see what the difference is. There's so many, the character creation is great too, they've added so many options. Yeah, that'll do. Oh wait, hang on. Euro. No, I don't, oh god, I had it right the first time. There we go. I'm amazed you can only be certain races with certain factions. For instance, you can only be a Klingon on the Klingon side, I believe. But you can be a Gorn for the Klingons if you want, which I thought was hilarious. But I really, really wish you could be a Gorn for the Federation as well. Because can you imagine? Can you imagine being a Gorn captain in the Federation? It would be like, Captain, there's Klingons off the starboard bow. Aye, aye, Captain. Pew, pew, pew. That would be so amazing. I'm so sad that they haven't given you the option. We should petition Parliament to make the Star Trek game have Gorns. You heard it here, Parliament. Get on it. Off we go then. Yeah, you bring your crew along and they kind of awkwardly follow you around. As a tactical officer, my specialty is weaponry. Yeah, oh, okay, I didn't actually know that, but buzz off. This is the ground combat, by the way. It's think of like a laggier, less good version of Mass Effect combat, basically. Yes. I think they do... The inherent gameplay loop is repetitive, like an MMO will be, but I think they do a decent job of contextualizing. Probably the main... You know, the aesthetic of the game is great and everything, but obviously the main issue is there's far more combat than there would be in a Star Trek episode, but they always try and... They usually try and justify this as like, oh, we hailed the Klingons, but they just told us to piss off, so we had to shoot them, you know. There's this big war going on with the Klingons and everything. I love, they have a really playful attitude to the canon and everything, like, they just let you have an old style uniform if you like. It's set in, like, next generation times, but if you want to just wear old style uniforms for no reason, you can. Shit like that. That's why I find it funny that they didn't give you the option to be a Gorn in the Federation, because that would have been so funny, and it would have been great. Do it, do it. There's plasma spewing everywhere. Turn that off, otherwise your skin will get... I imagine it's just like in First Contact, you know, your flesh will be peeled from your bones. I like First Contact, by the way. It's not the best movie, but I think I like the Borg, and it's a good Borg story of them going back in time. You know, it's a fun old story. I think it's one of the better of the next-gen movies, anyway. This just reminds me so much of playing one of my favourite things about... I think it's slightly underrated, Star Trek Elite Force, which is a Voyager game, and there's also Elite Force 2, which I've never got around to finishing. I should really do that. I could even just play that for the channel, because I can't actually remember it. Anyway, let's take some items. You found a lockbox, so that's one of those free-to-play items where you need a key to unlock it. And I'm not sure if you can get keys other than buying them, so that kind of sucks, but we go do. I find stats aren't massively important in this game. You just have to take the time to occasionally sift through all the loot you get and equip your ship properly, and you'll be fine. Playing with another player also makes it considerably easier, because obviously they can take half the damage for you. Oh shit, I was never good at these games. There we go. Yeah, researching shit. I wonder if my red shirts I sent on that mission are okay. I'm sure they'll be fine. Bloop, 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 bloop. I love my Jazzway. She looks like Leia, and she's a Leela. Okay, my sci-fi character's mixed up. She looks like Leela, and she's got a funny name, and she's got a laser bazooka, which is all you need in life. All you need in life, you know. Try to do taxes, laser bazooka. I'm not even using all my special powers. I've just realised I've got a grenade. I've got this like virtual reality headset that makes me shoot better. It's all just MMO combat, but dressed up to look a bit more impressive than it actually is. It's fine. I also recently started playing Elder Scrolls Online with someone, and it really is like playing like a laggier version of Skyrim, pretty much. So I'm quite impressed with what they did with that, but it still is very MMO-y and just the repetitive missions and everything. Oop. So we've reached the center of the ship, and the warp core is fucked. Now, oh, there's some gas. I'm just going to casually scan this gas while the ship is exploding. Yeah, I think this game has the honor of being the first MMO that's really grabbed me, because I once tried... I've never played WoW, but I did once try to play Age of Conan, and it didn't really grab me. But I've played 25 hours of this now, so I think it's fair to say that I've been grabbed. I'm not sure what's going on with the light source on that. There's something weird about the lighting on this engine. What happens if I shoot it? Oh, nothing. I was talking about Star Trek Elite... Well, I'll get back. Actually, I'll get back to that because something's actually happening. But look, the core is about to go critical, and Captain Exotic Dish is going on about how it's going to blow up. They got ambushed by pirates. It's very exciting. This is a moment where if you're an engineering officer, you get to save the ship. But if you're not, you can't save the ship and everyone has to evacuate. So basically the ship is fucked. What I find funny is that there's no option... You know, I have 2 engineering officers right here. Why can't they try and do something? I mean, I guess... I love their guns. Look, she's got this really old style... They keep spinning because I'm turning around. She's got this really old style laser gun. It just makes me laugh. So, our heroic attempt at saving the ship is completely failing, but we'll save the crew. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, the different factions have different transporter effects when they beam in. That's neat. Yeah, we know about that. Piss off. Oh, this is a tactical option though. If you're a tactical officer like me, you can use this console to spew plasma all over them and kill them. which this long-winded cutscene will now demonstrate. I was talking about Elite Force. Elite Force is great because it's like a Star Trek shooter, but I love how in between missions you go back to Voyager and you just fart around on the ship and you help, you do things like, oh shit, that conduit's exploding, let me help you, friend. And there are little optional events where, if you don't fix the conduit, the guy dies, and that's actually like, it doesn't affect the story in any meaningful way, which is a nice thing that he does actually die if you don't fix the conduit in time and that sort of stuff. I think Elite Force really needs some. It needs a proper. I don't think it's ever had a digital version, which you could get off GOG or something. That'd be good. Yeah, you can see right here the game is a lot more bloodthirsty than an actual Star Trek episode is likely to be. Oh my god! Oh my god! Calm down, Jesus! Did you see the blue lady with her cannon? It was like. Actually, it sounds very similar to the sound effects that Gorn Captain makes. Yeah, so we heroically saved the day by not really saving the day, by shooting everyone, but that's fine. Literally all we do now is just escape the freaking ship. Oh, I wish they'd done the Saints Row thing and given your character a voice. And then you can make it the Cockney guy. Oh, the whole ship's exploding, Captain. We better get to the ship. We better get to the transport beam, Captain. That would also have been amazing. Yes, come along. I always found it interesting that in Babylon 5, which obviously isn't a Star Trek property, in Babylon 5 there are no teleporters. So there are many situations where they can't just teleport out, because teleporters, there's so many plot points in Star Trek revolve around the fact that someone has their shields up, so you can't just teleport out. It's random how some bits have voice acting and others don't. It's like playing Dragon Quest or something. Come on then, team! This overpowered team I brought for this very easy mission. Yeah, zoom out. I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? It's roll to victory. Ridiculous. It's like the Galaxy Quest combat rolling. Galaxy Quest, by the way. If you've never seen Galaxy Quest and you're a Star Trek fan, go watch Galaxy Quest. Just don't know anything else about it other than it's entirely made with the love and sense of humour of a Star Trek fan. You really need to see it. Oh, it's got the late great Alan Rickman in it. Best character. And there we are. We've successfully partially helped, but not really. What do we do now? I guess we go back to the bridge. Burr, 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 burr. I don't know if you heard that the main menu, the music is quite good. I love how the menu theme actually just sounds like it could have been from one of the Star Trek shows. Because I love all the Star Trek music. I love the Orions because they're just such a ridiculous species from the old Star Treks. Oh, okay. Oh shit, here they come. All power to the engines. What are all these abilities I've never used before? That's exciting. Oh. Pew, pew. Let's try and play this in just cinematic mode to be different, since these guys present basically no threat to me. Oh shit! Case in point. Give him a bit of the reverse torpedo. Oh, he didn't like that. There have been tons and tons of Star Trek games, and the majority of them aren't very good from my experience, but this one's fun. Star Trek Elite Force is very good if you want a Star Trek shooter. If you can get over the central issue that all these Star Trek games have far more violence than Star Trek should have, it's fine. Pew! Yeah, the weaponry I've got on this ship is kind of vastly overpowered for this encounter, so I'm not too concerned. There we go. No. I think we've pretty much got him. Possibly. This is when I'm going to die because I haven't been paying attention to my abilities, isn't it? Die, son of a bitch. I might just turn my screen back on so I can see what's going on. I have actually lost a bit of what you call it, shields, but that's fine. I actually have an ability to recharge my shields a bit, so I'll just use that. Yeah, because the Orions are actually slavers, aren't they? So they kind of suck. In the grand scheme of things, being a slaver generally isn't considered a nice trait of a person. Take items. Ooh, that sounds good. It's got a bunch of good sounding numbers on it, so I assume it's a good one. Oh, Jesus, calm down, you. Flying around. I remember playing the X Games, and the X Games were like a proper sort of elite style simulator game in space, and where's this guy? There he is. Boosh! With that one torpedo take him down, I don't think so. Hey, there we go. Yeah, the X Games are fun because you're this little... You can be inside the cockpit of the ship and actually look around, you know? And I love that sense of actually being a person in the ship and not just a mysterious ship-occupying entity. Let's scan some shit. She'll be fine. We don't need to hurry to rescue the captain before the ship blows up. There you are. Getting all sorts of shit. Way. It's a classic. If you've watched, can't talk. If you like what you see here, I would definitely give the game a go. It is free to play. I haven't spent any money on it yet in 25 hours. It's the sort of game I might spend some money on just because I am having a lot of fun with it, you know. Play it in bursts because the inherent repetition of the game. It does that MMO thing where it's like, here's your daily quest, you get a bonus for doing and shit like that, and you can replay quests, you can turn up the difficulty to replay quests and level up. If you love Star Trek and you want an MMO and it's free to play, it's good.
You saved my crew. I'll
Wah
tell you whatever I can.
so you can talk to her and find out some shit. But I know all this shit, so I'm just getting out of it now. Straight to that rock. Yeah, because the effect of me teleporting was behind. The effect of the warp was on the other side of the rock, so surely I just smashed into that rock. Yeah, so now I just want to get my rewards. Hail Starfleet. Hail Starfleet.
Well done.
Well done. You keep rescuing this same freighter over and over again. Yeah, you can kind of see there's experience points, which is not the same as expertise. And there's dilithium, and there's some blue currency, and there's some gold currency. I do find all the currencies confusing. I wish there was just like a regular one and a premium one. See, there's the blue one. I don't know why it has to... The skeptic in me, I think this sort of game, they probably design it with loads of currencies just because it's confusing. I don't want to trade freighter. What does this do? The ground combat is not as fun as the space combat, I have to say. Some of the ground levels do go on a bit. It's fine to mix things up for a little while, but I like how it is, you know, you can be a tactical engineer or science officer, and I like how those different factors do make they make a significant difference, because what do you call it? You know, having being one of those things does make a significant difference to what kind of abilities you get, and it is also worth teaming up with a couple of the same. Because I'm a tactical officer and my friend's an engineer, I think. It means I can use his shield to hide behind in a fight and stuff. and he's got all these abilities that like heal my ship and stuff. It's good. It's fun. It's fun. It's nice that they've managed to find kind of... They basically do the holy trinity of MMO players, but with Star Trek. So it's fun. Might just set a course for the star system. I don't know why I sound like bloody Sean Connery now. Why not, is the question I ask. So this has been Star Trek Online. It's a lot of fun. Probably not worth doing hours and hours of video on, but it's pretty neat. I'd recommend you give it a go if you're like the other person other than me who likes Star Trek who hasn't already tried it. I will also plug the fact that I do have a Star Trek Elite Force video on this channel from a few years ago, so that's a thing. And yeah, live long and GG, I suppose.